All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Come on, set, 8, read. Let's go, defense. Sit.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Saquon Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
Now it's Barkley, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you battle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Set, ready, 60 or.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right here, 41 Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. He's checking. Up.
On second and 15 now. Wilson, he's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Look. 41's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Match box. Mike, 41's the mic.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Giants' 38-yard line.
What? 280. 21. Check Mike 21. Watch the slant.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Block that. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here.
Check.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
380. 21, check Mike 21. Get him. Hey, check Mike.
This time Wilson will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 7-7, our score after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Go now. Hands too soft. Let's go. Get it.
From the 38, Jones, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
On the set. First down, Giants. First on travel. You got 3. 3 down. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready? Listen. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Wilson now, throwing again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Focus, defense, focus. Good job right there. Check out. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Jones. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now it's Wilson, buying time to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
In your face.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Being chased out left, and it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Slam, slam.
Silent.
Check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Wilson will throw again. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's Desmond Trufant, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing, Jones. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Jones operating from the gun. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and goal from the 1.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Let's get it.
They come out here in the I. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Check it back.
Ready?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And Barkley did not get there. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Yr2. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Rosas puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is now 14-10. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Down. 60 or. Protein spell.
Check three.
Now.
Jones now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Team 6.
Jones going to throw again. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Ready?
Pick me up. Here we go.
A first down carry for Barkley. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On first down, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Quick, 380. Quick.
Oh, you got D? Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Let's go, D. Hey, check Mike 21.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
I'm going back to you.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Now Ito Smith. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
That's the way.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
3rd and goal.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
One pass.
Under team. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike,
47 Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Ready.
From the 31, Jones. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down.
Jones now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. The 20. That one goes for 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. This is Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Wayne Goldman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The drive starts with a completion left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
It's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Pilot, 64, weak. Bravo.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Tate's got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Falcons.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs and keep possession of the football.
Wilson. That's complete to Smith. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Wilson. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Come on, that, come on, that.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, Wilson forced out to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Too little, cut. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch.
On the ground, this is Smith. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 27-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Gun. Staying open.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 3.
This time Wilson will throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go, go.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Yo.
Leo. Get it.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Giants on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Right here. 44 to Mike.
Look, squeeze. Let's go.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
44, Mike, 44. Touchdown.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that...